Snark Squad. Good evening, babes.
Good
The
evening!
wine is still flowing. The vibes are honestly still chaotic.
Very chaotic. We are in the trenches right now.
We really are. And babes, we have a confession to make to you right off the bat.
A deeply shameful confession.
Because we fully planned to call it a night. We did.
That was the plan.
Right. After 90 Day Fiancé ended, we were going to be responsible.
Reasonable.
Healthy. We were going to do our little 10-step skincare routines and go to bed.
Hydrated and resting like functional adults in society. That was the explicit agreement we made with each other.
But then, the impulsive late-night energy took over.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and we said, let's just watch one more episode of The Comeback.
Just one. Just a tiny little 20-something minute palate cleanser. That was the lie we told ourselves.
It was a massive lie. Because, babes, 1 hour later, we are back on the mic. We are fully locked in.
We completely betrayed our own boundaries. The sheer messiness of Valerie Cherish was just too good to ignore.
It pulled me in so fast. I mean, I literally lost all track of time. I am sitting here, wine glass refilled, and I am just reeling from what we just watched.
It is a lot to process. Season 3, Episode 2, Valerie Has a Secret. It is dense.
So dense. I mean, how quickly we got hooked again is actually scary. It's like we never left her side.
Well, before we even start breaking down the episode and the absolute collapse of human connection in this show, I actually have to confess something else.
Oh, God. What did you do?
I am part of the problem. Because during a slightly slower moment of the episode, I was casually scrolling TikTok on my phone.
Wait, you were second screening while we were watching Valerie.
I know. I am a monster with a fractured attention span. But listen, I stumbled across something deeply, deeply disturbing on my feed.
Okay, I am scared. What was it?
Do you know who Lil Michaela is? Have you seen this account?
No. Is it like one of those girls who does the weird dancing in the middle of Target?
No.
Yeah.
Babes, brace yourself. She is an AI influencer.
Wait, what?
Yeah. She's an AI.
Hold on. When you say AI, do you mean like someone using a really intense cartoon filter over their face, like a VTuber thing?
No, I mean she is a hyper-realistic, computer-generated digital woman. Pixels and code. And she has millions of followers.
Millions?
Millions. She posts outfit checks. She goes to, like, fake brand events. She posts about her dramatic breakups.
Breakups? With who? A smart fridge.
Literally, they manufacture drama for her. And people are in the comments fighting for her, validating her, engaging with her like she's a living, breathing human being.
Oh my God, I am having a mild panic attack right now. I don't understand how that's even real. Or, well, not real, but functional.
Because the rendering is unsettlingly convincing. The company behind her just photoshops her into the VIP section at Coachella.
Stop it.
I'm serious. And when you're just casually swiping through your feed, your brain just registers the visual shorthand of, a pretty girl in a trendy outfit.
Right, because we scroll so fast.
Exactly. It takes a solid 3 to 5 seconds of staring at the micro expressions around her eyes to realize that reality is actively glitching. It's the uncanny valley.
Okay, this is making my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, why would people follow a computer program? I don't get the psychology of that.
Obviously. Because the AI never has a bad day. It never gets canceled. It never says anything offensive unless the programmers decide controversy will boost engagement metrics.
Oh, wow. That is so dark. So it's just this perfectly curated, frictionless relationship.
It is the ultimate safe investment for a brand. Why pay a human who might go on a Twitter rant when you can pay a tech company to render an avatar holding your iced coffee?
I am spiraling. This is terrifying. But wait, why'd that specifically pop up on your feed tonight?
That is the exact conspiracy I am getting at. Think about it.
Okay.
We are sitting here on the couch. We literally just watched an episode centered entirely around an AI-written sitcom.
Yes.
And right at the exact moment the characters on screen start talking about algorithms, my algorithm serves up an AI influencer. Oh my God. See, this is what I've been saying. The phones are absolutely listening to us.
I mean...
No, absolutely yes. No question. There is a tiny man inside my phone taking furious notes about my life. I am terrified.
I try to be the logical one here, okay? It's not a tiny man listening to your audio. It's data tracking.
Same thing.
No, it's predictive modeling. It's search patterns. We searched for The Comeback on the smart TV, right?
Oh, right.
So that data point gets logged. The broker knows the plot metadata of this episode involves artificial intelligence.
Okay, I hate this already.
It cross-references the TV's IP address with my phone's Wi-Fi network, looks at trending TikTok topics about AI, and calculates the exact video most likely to keep me scrolling.
So it's predicting what you want to see before you even know it exists.
Yes, But honestly, mid-explanation here, I am low-key starting to doubt my own logic.
It's because it's too much of a coincidence.
It feels too specific.
Babes, it happens to me all the time. Remember last week?
With the dog shampoo. Yes, the organic dog shampoo. We were talking about that super niche brand because we saw a billboard and we were just laughing at the font they used.
Neither of us even owns a dog.
Literally 0 dogs in this house. And 20 minutes later, the very first sponsored ad on my Instagram feed was that exact dog shampoo.
It's the digital mirror. It reflects your own micro habits right back at you.
It's a funhouse mirror, and I want to break it. I genuinely feel like I am losing my grip on reality. Are my thoughts even my own?
Are any of us having organic thoughts anymore? Who knows?
Okay, I need a mental break. I am pouring more wine. Hold out your glass.
Thank you. Yes, pivot please. Get me out of the matrix.
Pivoting. Because while you were tumbling down an algorithmic rabbit hole, I decided we need to focus on joy. Delusional, chaotic joy.
Okay. What is the vision?
I am manifesting a grand plan for this summer. The Snark Vineyard Day.
Oh, Lord.
No, listen. Picture it. A full, massive outing with the entire audience. You, listening to us right now, you are coming.
Logistically, this is a nightmare?
It's a dream. We rent out a gorgeous space, maybe Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
The sun is shining, the wine is flowing, and it is just wall-to-wall messy conversations with our favorite people.
Okay, I'm already sweating thinking about the liability insurance for this group.
We don't need insurance. We need good vibes.
We definitely need a party bus. A highly questionable party bus with neon lights and sticky floors to transport everyone up the mountain.
Yes. With a pole in the middle that nobody asked for, but everyone uses by the end of the night.
You cannot have this specific audience driving after a Syrah tasting. It is a hazard.
True. But imagine the outfits. We need a dress code.
Matching, obviously. But chaotic.
Huge, oversized, wide-brim hats
Yeah.
and massive sunglasses. We all just look like incognito celebrities trying to dodge the paparazzi.
100 people dressed like Kris Jenner in disguise, taking over a tasting room.
It would be iconic. And you know someone is inevitably going to start crying in the barrel room.
Oh, an absolute guarantee. A full emotional breakdown over a toxic ex from 3 years ago during the Sauvignon Blanc flight.
And we will be right there, handing them an artisan cracker, validating every single emotion, and telling them to block his number.
The conversations we would have, though, we would solve all of reality TV's problems in one afternoon.
We would cure society's ills with gossip. It feels like such a genuine, happy vision, just besties drinking wine and ignoring their bedtimes.
It is a completely delusional plan, but honestly, I am fully invested. It is the exact human messiness we need to fight the AI bots.
Exactly. Take that, Lil Michaela.
Hey.
But speaking of delusional plans, undercover celebrities, and the horrifying AI future, we have to talk about Valerie Cherish.
We must. We have to dive into this recap because my jaw was quite literally on the floor.
Same. I was physically unwell for the entire 35-minute runtime.
Let's start by setting the scene because the formatting of this episode is a massive shift. The whole vibe is different now.
It's so different. I actually complained to you about it in the first 5 minutes.
You did, and it's a brilliant choice by the director. Historically, the show has always been that traditional, jittery documentary crew following Valerie.
Right. It felt like intimate, even if it was awkward.
But now, in 2026, the audience is forced to watch Valerie through a quarter of the screen.
It's so claustrophobic.
Yeah.
We are just bouncing constantly between these chaotic Zoom call grids.
Zoom calls, random TikTok live feeds, security
Thank you,
camera
sir.
footage.
And her assisted Patience's cell phone. Half the time, Patience's thumb is literally blocking Valerie's face.
It is a phenomenal commentary on how fragmented our media consumption is, but you're right, it feels incredibly isolating.
It really does. I missed the traditional crew. I missed feeling like there was a human behind the camera reacting to her.
Now she's just trapped in all these little digital boxes.
It makes it so bleak. And you know what else makes it bleak? We need to take a moment of silence right now.
For Mickey.
For Mickey. Babes, my heart is genuinely broken.
Without Mickey, the show has a completely different weight to it.
It does. He was the heart of the show. Without him, Valerie literally has no true ally.
None. Zero. Everyone in her orbit now just thinks she's either an idiot or someone they can take advantage of.
It made me so sad. She has no one in her corner protecting her.
The Hollywood machine looks so relentlessly toxic without Mickey's sunshine to balance it out. The industry in 2026 is just pure desperation.
It is. Which brings us perfectly to the Noonet Zoom meeting from hell.
The corporate degradation of it all.
Set the scene for everyone, because I was cringing so hard my shoulders were by my ears.
Okay, so Valerie and Billy trek all the way to the CompSpot communications office. They get dressed up, deal with LA traffic, ready to press the flesh.
Ready for the big Hollywood meeting.
Right. And what happens? They are shoved into this cavernous, sterile, echoey conference room
Just the two of them, sitting at this massive table.
to have a Zoom meeting with network head Brandon Wallach.
Played by Andrew Scott, who is terrifyingly apathetic.
Flawless casting. And the rest of the executives are just Brady bunching on the big screen from their home offices.
It's such a power move, making the talent show up in person while you sit in a Patagonia vest in your living room.
But the pitch Brandon gives is what really sent me. He starts talking about this revolutionary new model for free content.
Yes. Oh my God. He is pitching this as this massive tech disruption to mitigate streaming costs.
And how do they mitigate the costs, according to Brandon? By introducing designated breaks in the programming to feature consumer products?
I was screaming at the TV, babes, he just invented commercials.
He literally reinvented 1995 cable television, but gave it a tech bro rebrand.
And Valerie, bless her, she just stares at the screen and goes, commercials.
It was her one moment of pure clarity. She called it exactly what it was.
But then they bring in the head of research, Egypt, and she drops the demographic bomb.
The algorithmic justification for Valerie's entire existence.
Yes. Egypt says the data shows audiences want a multi-cam sitcom, and they want a woman of a certain age.
Because the algorithm decided that was the optimal engagement target.
And then she defines the target out loud to Valerie. She says TV 60, which is 50.
It is violent. It is a violently offensive math equation.
I physically curled into a ball on the couch, telling a woman she is aging in dog years on a corporate Zoom call.
And how does Valerie cope with this psychological trauma?
By singing. She completely short-circuits and just starts belting out shares. If I could turn back time.
A cappella in an echoey conference room.
It was lethal secondhand embarrassment.
And the marketing team on the Zoom grid, who are all muted, remember, they respond by doing silent, mandatory jazz hands.
I was in hysterics. It is the peak of corporate insincerity. They are just waving their hands silently at her trauma.
It is so hollow. But then comes the real twist, the AI assist.
The reveal that Valerie's new sitcom, how's that, is written entirely by AI.
The algorithm didn't just pick her demographic, it literally generated the script based on what it thinks humans want.
And Valerie is initially horrified because on the car ride over, she was doing her whole WGA strong union solidarity routine.
She was terrified of the robots taking over.
But then Brandon offers her and Billy executive producer credits.
And the speed at which her morals evaporate is breathtaking.
It gave me whiplash. The second she hears EP, she abandons the union, she abandons her fears, she sells out completely.
Well, she rationalizes it. Brandon says AI has bad branding, so she has to sign an NDA and keep it a secret.
She becomes a human shield for a robot. For an EP credit.
It's pathetic, but it's human. She is desperate for leverage, and that desperation brings us to the dinner at Soho House.
Oh, Mark.
Let us break down the absolute disaster that is Season 3, Mark.
He gave me the ick so badly.
He shows up to Soho House wearing these trendy, oversized, incredibly thick-framed glasses.
Like he stole them from a 2014 hipster barista.
And the Zoomer waiter comes over and compliments the glasses.
Okay, we have to clarify this for everyone listening. The waiter was absolutely 100% mocking him.
Completely sarcastic.
The tone was lethal. It was pure Gen Z condescension.
But Mark's ego is so fragile, he totally misses the sarcasm.
And Valerie tries to save him by saying, oh, the oversized thing is what's happening now.
And Mark actually looks at the waiter and says, no, I am what's happening now.
I screamed. I grabbed a throw pillow. You cannot self-declare as what is happening.
It physically hurt to watch. He is the worst version of himself.
And then we find out why he has time for a random Tuesday dinner. He got fired.
The grim reveal. Fired from his prestigious law firm. And the reason...
Because he, quote, told a joke at work at a time when jokes were illegal.
Which tells you exactly what kind of joke it was and exactly who Mark has become.
He is that guy, the guy complaining about HR and cancel culture because he can't be inappropriate in the office anymore.
He is bitter, he is out of touch, and he is projecting all of that through those terrible glasses.
He really is. But Valerie isn't even paying attention to his crisis because she spots Sharon across the room.
The casting director, dining with literal Jane Fonda.
And Jane Fonda is wearing a T-shirt that just says resist in huge letters.
A very clear political statement.
And Valerie struts over there trying to flex her new EP status and tries to bond with Jane Fonda by cheerfully announcing, I don't do anything political.
It is a catastrophic misread of the room.
Jane Fonda just stares at her. Mortifying.
But the real karma is with Sharon. We have to remember, Sharon used to completely dismiss Valerie. She wouldn't even return her calls in the old season.
She was horrible to her.
But the industry is contracted. Sharon is out of work. And when she sees Valerie with actual power,
She practically throws herself across the restaurant.
she desperately trips over her own expensive purse, eats it on the hardwood floor, and injures herself just to beg Valerie for a job.
And Valerie just looks down at her. Doesn't help her up. Just walks away and lets out this faint, echoing, ha-ha.
A moment of pure, petty triumph.
It was so cold. But speaking of desperation, we have to talk about Trader Joe's.
The fake Spawn Con. This was brilliant.
Valerie is in the middle of the aisle, blocking all the carts, forcing patients to film her holding a box of green Olive Flats crackers.
Doing multiple takes to try and get a collab.
She is a 50-year-old woman faking brand deals in a grocery store. It is so pathetic, but so relatable to modern influencer culture.
She is trying to manifest success by performing it. But then reality slaps her in the face at the checkout counter.
Babes, the cashier.
It's Jane.
I gasped. I paused the TV and I gasped.
Her former Oscar-winning documentary producer, wearing a Hawaiian shirt and bagging groceries.
The dark lore they gave Jane is insane.
It is deeply dystopian. Jane explains her canyon burned down in the 2025 wildfires. And why did it burn down?
Because she didn't pay the right fire department.
A privatized, subscription-based fire service that just lets your house burn if you aren't on their list. It's a terrifying LA detail.
So now she's working a real job to pay off her documentary debts. But the thing that broke me,
What?
Jane actually looked happy.
She did. She looked at peace.
Her skin was glowing. She was out of the toxic Hollywood machine. She was just clocking in, bagging groceries, and going home.
Until Valerie's bruised ego couldn't handle it.
Exactly. Because Jane assumes Valerie's new sitcom is just comfort food, nothing new. She thinks Valerie's given up on art.
And Valerie cannot abide being seen as basic or irrelevant.
So what does she do? She leans over the scanner and weaponizes the secret. She tells Jane it's an AI-written show.
She breaks a multi-million-dollar NDA just to win a philosophical argument at Trader Joe's.
And then she pitches it to Jane. Wouldn't that make a good doc? She drags Jane right back into the swamp.
It is pure manipulation. Which leads us to the set of How's That?
Yes, the first day on set,
Yeah.
Valerie meets the human writers, Josh and Mary.
Played by John Early and Abby Jacobson, who are just phenomenal.
So good. And the detail about the AI's name.
Oh, Al Assist. This obsessed me.
The script cover says A, lowercase l, assist. So it looks like a guy named Al.
But it's meant to be AI Assist. The confusion between the lowercase l and uppercase I is infuriating.
Valerie's walking around asking, "Where's Al?
Huh?
Has Al sent the pages?" Like he's a dude in a cubicle.
The writers are so deeply humiliated by her, especially Mary.
Mary's hatred for this job is palpable.
She represents every writer who walked the picket line only to be forced to work under a machine.
And when Josh admits he's been adding his own jokes to punch up the AI script,
That was the most chilling line of the episode. Mary just deadpans. Great. Keep teaching it.
Kichi, I got full body chills.
He is literally training his own replacement with a smile on his face. It's terrifying.
It is. But Valerie doesn't even notice because she is on a side quest to get James Burrows to direct.
The James Burrows delusion. She cannot accept that the legendary sitcom director officially passed on the pilot.
So she crashes his rented Bel Air mansion.
While he is at the pool with his grandchildren, it is such a violation.
I was so scared he was going to call the cops.
But he is polite. Firm, but polite. He tells her he's 85, he's done a million sitcoms, and there is nothing new in it for him.
A hard rejection.
And then she walks out to the driveway, looks right into Jane's documentary cameras, gives a thumbs up, and outright lies.
She says he agreed to do it.
She lies to the audience, to Jane, to everyone.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, why would she do that? Everyone is going to find out on Monday.
Because she is performing success, she thinks if she controls the narrative, reality will eventually catch up.
Oh my God. And the cherry on top of this messy recap, the reality TV side quests.
The quarter screen clips of Valerie competing on Peacock's The Traitors.
Babes, I lost my mind.
We need HBO to release the full footage immediately.
She gets picked as a traitor and banished in episode 2 because she is sweating trying to lie to Trixie Mattel.
It was a 5-second clip, but it was pure art.
Art, okay, that recap was a marathon, but we have to get into segment 1. Cringe or iconic?
Let's do it. We are asking you, the listener, to judge these borderline moments with us, painfully awkward or secretly legendary.
Item 1. Valerie ignoring the AI GPS in her car.
The robot voice says turn left, and she glares at it and says, I know better, while driving the wrong way.
Right. Where do you land?
Analytically, it's a very heavy-handed metaphor for her denying the AI taking over her career. It's a bit cringe because of how obvious the writing is.
I completely disagree. I think it is secretly iconic.
How? She is lost.
Because it is peak delusional anti-energy. We all have a relative who argues with Waze. It is the last shred of human intuition fighting back against the machine. I love it.
Fine, I will give you the human stubbornness angle, but item 2. Mark's giant glasses.
Oh, unanimous decision. Painfully cringe.
Physically cringe. He is practically begging the world to perceive him as relevant.
Throw them in the ocean, Mark. Okay, item 3. Sharon falling.
This is where we fought earlier.
Because I felt bad. I felt bad for Sharon eating the floor while begging for a job.
And I declare it deeply iconic.
You are so mean.
I am analytical. The power dynamics flipped. Sharon was a monster to Valerie for years.
Yeah.
And Valerie's a little haha as she walks away. It is the pettiest thing on television. Iconic.
Okay, fine. I see the karma. Which brings us to segment 2. Reality versus performance.
Who is actually being real in this show and who is putting on a show for the cameras?
For me, Jane is the only authentic person left. She gave up the performance, accepted her grocery store life, and found peace. Until Valerie dragged her back.
True. Jane is the control group for reality.
Exactly.
But look at the performers. The Nunnet executives doing mandatory silent jazz hands. That is peak corporate performance.
Hollow empathy. It's like an influencer apology video.
But Valerie's the ultimate performer now. She's evolving into something terrifying.
She really is. She's faking cracker sponsorships, she's championing an AI that wants to replace her, and she's lying to the cameras about directors.
She is becoming the villain of her own life without even realizing it, because she values the performance over reality.
It makes me wonder about segment 3.
Right.
Would this show survive today? Like the real today, if this actually dropped in 2026?
The meta debate. Does the format still hit?
I honestly worry it's almost too bleak now. Back in 2005, it was a joke about reality TV. Now everyone is just toxic and desperate. Do you guys think the heart of the show is missing without Mickey?
I am going to argue that it hits harder precisely because it's darker. The joke used to be about vanity. Now it's about the dehumanization of Hollywood, TikTok spawn, and everyone being replaceable.
So the cringe is just a warning label now.
Exactly. It's a flawless mirror to 2026 culture, which perfectly cues up segment 4, AI taking over.
Let's bring this chaotic energy full circle. Based on Lil Miquela and Al Assist, are we heading toward entirely AI-generated celebrities?
Yes. I genuinely think the free content model is already happening.
Are we going to be listening to AI versions of Danielle and Jay, like AI Snark Squad?
Half joking, but half serious, yes. If AI gets good enough to write sitcoms, they can code an audio show. They'll just scrape our vocal cadences and generate snarky banter.
No, I reject this. An AI could never replicate my specific brand of tipsy delusion.
Just wait for the software update, babes. Al Assist is coming for everyone's jobs.
Okay, I am taking a deep breath. My one more episode lie turned into a full-blown existential crisis on the mic.
We truly spiraled tonight.
We did, but I had so much fun unpacking this mess with you.
Always. But now it's time to turn it over to the Snark Squad.
Yes. Babes, we need you to weigh in. Are your phones actually listening to you, or are you just algorithmically predictable?
Tell us if the AI knows about your niche dog shampoo.
Exactly. And who is officially RSVPing to the Delusional Snark Squad Vineyard Day. Tell us your outfits.
And finally, should we actually keep watching the comeback, or is the secondhand embarrassment going to kill us?
Let us know. And remember to rate, review, and subscribe. 5 stars only for our fragile egos.
And send in your shady, snarky, or stupid submissions for next week.
We'll love you guys. Thank you for spending your Sunday night with us.
But before we sign off, if AI gets good enough to write sitcoms about human connection, how long until we can't tell the difference between a real reality star's messiness and a carefully coded algorithm designed to make us angry?
I hate you for that. My brain is broken. Sleep tight on that terrifying thought, everyone.
Until next time,
Stay messy.
stay chaotic.
And we'll see you on the Snark side.